What up, Z Nation? Zombie Killer here. I'm tired as hell. I didn't go to bed until like 3 o'clock in the morning because uh, Dave Filoni, the director of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, decided to release the final, the final episode of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And I didn't expect for him to release it on May 4th. I knew he was going to probably do something special, but I just didn't figure he would release the final episode of the Clone Wars. So I watched it. I cried like 4 to 5 times because the music was fantastic. Everything about it was so good. The ending was pretty cool, and then once the ending it hit me with the music, I wept. I cried my eyes out, and I basically cried myself to sleep because it's finally over. I've been with this series for 12 years, guys. 12 years I've been with this series. I've seen them. I originally saw the movie in theaters with my dad. Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the movie, in theaters back in 2006 or 7, and it was fantastic. I loved it. My dad thought it was incredible too. And then when I heard that was gonna be a series, I was I was ecstatic. I really, really was. And when I saw the trailer for the first season, I was like I was having a nerdgasm. I was so ecstatic. I was so hyped. And when I saw the first episode, I was instantly hooked. I watched every single episode every single Friday night, either morning or night. I can't remember when it was being aired, but I remember it being on Saturday. Every single night, I saw it on Saturday. Every single time it was on Saturday, I sat down on my couch and on my bed and watched it and watched the episode, and I loved it. Every single episode was so good. There were some episodes that were kind of but a lot of them were so good. Man, I still can't believe it's finally over. And when I heard Star Wars: The Clone was coming back, I did a reaction to that video, and I just can't believe it's finally over. 12 years, guys. 12 years I've been with this series. Also, shout out to my dad. Because if it wasn't, I guess I said this before, if it wasn't for my dad, I would never would have gotten to Star Wars. And me and him, we did it, everything Star Wars related. We saw movies, we saw the movies in theaters, and we even saw it when it came on DVD or VHS. We played the games, like whether it be a board game or a video game, we would play it. If it was a book or comic book, we would read it. Like me and my dad were massive Star Wars fans, and he sadly he wasn't able to see the last season with me. He saw the entire show with me, and he loved it. He Even though he was super busy, he still had time to watch the show with me. Obviously, he would miss it, but he would sometimes watch it on his own time. Whenever he's not so busy, you know. But he would still watch it, and sadly though, he wasn't able to see this last season with me. And I say the best memory I had, the best memory for me that I ever had with Star Wars: The Clone Wars was I was at a yacht club. Excuse me, when I was at a yacht club, and it was me, my mom, my dad, and my sister. And actually both my sisters, actually I can't remember, but I knew that the next episode of Star Wars: The Clone Wars was gonna be on. This happened years ago, and like I knew Star Wars: The Clone Wars, so I was like, "You guys, come on, guys, we gotta hurry, we gotta hurry. I want to get out of here as fast as possible, just so I can never miss an episode." Because back then I didn't have DVR, so I wasn't able to record it. So all of a sudden I looked like because like I was like sitting like it was a round table, and I was sitting at this corner. All of a sudden I hear the Star Wars theme song go in the background, so I look behind me. I was like, can I go sit over there with those guys? And my dad was like, yeah, sure, go right ahead. Because he knew I hated the yacht club. He knew how much I hated being there because he had to like dress fancy and all that crap, and I don't like dressing fancy whatsoever. So, but I went over to that table because there were a bunch of other kids getting ready to watch the next episode of Clone Wars, and I asked like, hey guys, can I join you? He's like, yeah, sure, come on in, and it was awesome. Like we saw the episode, and every time there was a commercial, we would talk about what just happened, what our favorite moments were during the Clone Wars, and etc. We would talk about anything Star Wars related, and it was awesome. It was amazing. You know, meeting those guys. Sadly, we weren't able to keep in touch, but it was still an awesome time. You know, like it's fun just randomly run into people who have the same interests as you. Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and it was awesome meeting those guys. So it was it was incredible. You know, but other than that, guys, obviously today is May 4th, so I'm gonna try my best to stream as much as I possibly can. Today because it's a beautiful day. I'm definitely gonna do a lot of yard work that me and my mom have to do. So, but I'll try my best to stream as much as I possibly can. If not, to at least record some things. So, yeah, guys, or maybe tonight. Either tonight, maybe after either after dinner or before dinner. After me and my mom are done with everything. I'll see if I can stream at least a few things. For for tributes to video games to trailers to a bunch of our Star Wars stuff. Okay. So, and my friend Sam, I for years, like ever since I'd known him, I say like for a good 3 to 4, like 3 to, I say 2 to 3 years, I've been trying my best to get him into Clone Wars, and he's like, I'm not really sure, like, no, I'll think about it. I finally convinced him to watch it, and I said this before, but if for some reason it's not available in the UK, but it should be. It's weird. So I even looked it up on this website. I forgot what it's called. Just Watch. I think that's what it's called. But I looked up in the UK on what's playing there. I looked on Disney Plus and it says that it does have it. So, but right now he is just trying to deal with work. He has to deal with schoolwork, and finals are coming up. But I'm pretty sure as soon as that is done, he would watch. He's gonna watch it. So, um, yeah, guys. Anyway, yeah, I have no other words other than rest in peace, Dad. You are now part of the Cosmic Force, and I just can't believe it's finally over, guys. If you guys have never seen Star Wars: The Clone Wars or Star Wars in general, please watch it. Star Wars is a big part of my life. It's my number one all time thing in my entire life. Being as a nerd, obviously, I don't have any Star Wars pops showing because I did have two, but I gave him to my history teacher because I realized that he doesn't have any pop figures. So I gave him my Obi-Wan Kenobi and my Princess Leia pop figures, and he was ecstatic. Like he was so happy because he's a Star Wars nerd too. My history teacher loved the video games. He loved movies. He loved TV shows. And he also loved Marvel, DC, Star Wars. He loved all that stuff, and it was awesome. And like during study hall, we would always talk about about this episode that happened. Like from Game of Thrones to Star Wars: Clone Wars to this and this and this and this. So it was awesome, and so I gave him my pop figures, and yeah, I need to get more Star Wars pop figures. I know there's a lot to We'll try our best to collect them all. I have no idea where I'm gonna put them, but I'll find a way. I'll find a way. And guys, um, I don't know when I'll be streaming because again, like I said before, I definitely gonna have to do some chores around the house. But who knows? I might stream now. Who knows? But anyways, um, don't I still don't know when reactions will be coming back. Definitely very soon. I promise. Definitely very soon. As soon as I get everything settled, reactions will definitely be coming back. So stay tuned for that. And until then, guys, I'll see y'all at a brand new video. Peace.